Hi friends, it's Holly Jones, Mrs. Jones Stitches. This is Flosstube number 23. Today is Tuesday, August the 8th, 2023, and I'm so happy you're joining me today. If you're new to this is a channel about cross stitch patterns, designers, fabric, thread, finishing, all the things cross stitch. So I'm so glad you're here. We'll go ahead and jump in. I feel like I have a lot to share this time. Usually I try to keep my videos around 20 to 30 minutes. But this one might be running just a little bit longer today. So grab your stitching, get cozy. I have my notes, and we'll get started. So since my last video, we went on vacation and we visited Rapid City, South Dakota, where my aunt lives, and we had the best time. I grew up going to Rapid City. I have pictures from when I was really little in front of Mount Rushmore, and it was really exciting for me to be able to take Parker there and kind of recreate some of the same pictures. My husband and my uncle golfed every day. We went to Storybook Island and Dinosaur Park. We went to Old McDonald's farm. Parker is, he's really into like farming and construction vehicles and tractors and barn animals and stuff. So he really enjoyed the farm, and we went into the little chick house, and he was so excited to get to hold baby ducks and chicks, and I kept having to remind him, like, we need to be gentle, and he got to hold one, and man, he just stuck his hand and just grabbed it, and that poor chick was like, you know, like making all the noise. He didn't hurt it or anything, but we had to remind him, like, be gentle, they're just babies. So anyway, we had a great time. So thank you so much for people who reached out with suggestions for things to do. We did all the things, and we had such a great time. So on Wednesday, we left Oklahoma City and we drove to Sioux City, Iowa, and that was our stopping point for the day. It was about 8 hours. And I had dinner with Kathy and Bill from Hands On Design. And I actually took a class from Kathy in 2021 at the Silver Needle. It was the top drawer class, and I just adore her. She is so nice. She's so friendly. She's a great teacher. We shared the same love of puns and kind of like punny humor. And so after my class, we kind of kept in touch just on Instagram and stuff. So as we were planning our trip, I reached out and just let her know that we'd be in town, and she said, how about dinner? So of course, like, yes. So we met her and Bill for dinner, and we had a great time, and just got to catch up and talk stitching, and there's a lot of really fun stuff coming out. I'm really excited for her new releases and something special she's working on next year. It's going to be really awesome. So she is just delightful. And if you ever get the opportunity to meet her or take a class from her, I highly recommend it. Her instructions are really thorough. Her charts are really easy to read. And they're just delightful. So we had a really great time. She actually gave me like this little bag, and it had like a taste of Sioux City in it. And so it had like some popcorn, and it had like some creamed honey and some rhubarb jam. I'm trying to think what else was in there. Some gourmet coffee, and it was all produced local, so it was really nice. I gave her a little tray and a stitch design and a bag of vintage buttons. So we had a really nice time. Let's see what else. While we were on vacation, one day we ate at Culver's in Rapid City, and I got to meet my friend Monique. She's on Instagram at Quilt Monique, and she was delightful. She is so nice. And funny story, when Monique is a quilter, and so is my aunt, and I guess they're in the same quilt guild, which I didn't know that. And so I guess it was last year, my aunt and mom and another aunt and I all went to Missouri Star in Hamilton, Missouri. And while we were there, you know, I was taking pictures and sharing them on my social media, and Monique had commented and goes, oh my gosh, that's so funny that you're there. My friend Lori's there too. So then I sent her a picture of me and my Aunt Lori, and I was like, is this her? Like, that's my aunt. So it was kind of a small world, but it was really nice. She's just delightful, and she made me the cutest little project bag, and I will treasure it. This cute bag. I just love it. It's so nice. Thank you so much, Monique. It was so wonderful to meet you, and I can't wait to see you next time I'm in Rapid City. Okay, let's see. So the next day, after we left Sioux City, we were driving to Rapid City. So we stopped in my dad's hometown and took a couple pictures and like the house he grew up in and stuff like that. And then we headed north to Beresford to go to the Shanty Stitcher, and I got to meet Jenny. She was so sweet. It was my first time in that shop, and that shop is packed with good stuff. It's a quilting shop and a stitching shop. She sells all sorts of stuff, and that's Kathy's local needlework shop, and it was wall-to-wall good stuff. The bad thing was I only had 30 minutes in there because my husband and 4-year-old were waiting on me, so they were trying to find like things to do. I think they ended up going to the coffee shop and bakery across the street and having, you know, a treat. But I felt like I was on one of those like shopping challenge or grocery shopping challenge shows where I'm like running around like a crazy person, like throwing stuff in my cart. 30 minutes was not long enough. You easily could spend a couple hours there. She has so many charts, tons of linen. She cuts it, to however you want. And I got some good stuff there, which I'll show you in my haul section. I am prepping for the state fair. Our state fair is the middle of September. I want to say it's like the 17th through the 27th, I think. But I have to have my entries turned in by the end of August 26th and 27th. So of course I'll turn it in on the 27th, so I have my an extra day to fully finish stuff. But yeah, I am trying to fully finish like a mad lady in order to get all my stuff done for the fair. So I will have a video showing you all my fair entries before the end of the month once I get them all fully finished. My son starts school on Friday. He will be in pre-K, and we got the phone call from his teacher last night telling us that he's in her class, and honestly I hung up the phone and just started bawling. Yeah, I'm really excited for him. Ooh. Okay, I'm really excited for him. He's gonna have a great time. I got his backpack and lunchbox ordered. School supplies have been purchased. I wrote his name on everything. He is ready to hit the ground running. And so am I. Kind of. So, pray for me. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's all we're talking about that. Let me show you some whips. So, my road trip to Rapid City was about 16 hours. We broke it up over, like I said, 2 days going up, 2 days coming back. So I had a lot of stitching time in the car, and I packed a bunch of stuff to stitch. I'll have to show you everything that I worked on. Some things I brought but didn't have time to work on, or I just, focused my efforts elsewhere. I'm not ready to show that one yet. There's nothing in that bag. What do I have in here? I didn't even start that one. Okay, oh, here it is. Sorry, I have too many projects and too many bags, and okay. I got quite a bit done on Boo to You by Brenda Gervais. Here is my little pumpkin girl. I got her face done. She does have a stripy face, and I'm okay with that because I use color and cotton, and I think the color variegation is stunning, so she can have a stripy face, and I love it regardless. I'm working on the gingham on her dress right now, and I need to do some satin stitches for the candy corn necklace. So that's what I got done on her. Before this, I think I had her shirt filled in up to about here. I did the rest of this fill-in in the car, and then I filled in her entire face. So I felt like I got a lot done on that. I did not get any more stitching done on Boo Chalkfull. but I still want to stitch this, so I will maybe try to find some time to work on it this week. My other thing that I worked on in the car quite a bit are my Jolly July roundabouts. So I don't think I got to show this last time because I stitched both of these on one piece of fabric, and when I was stitching on this one here, you couldn't really see this one. So here is the first one, and this is, I believe, the second one, Home for Christmas. And I have not purchased the third one yet, but I finished the fourth one last night, Kringle Cookie Company. And I am working on the fifth one right now, the bonus chart. It says Mary, and it has a Santa down here. So I am working on that. And hopefully I will get that done. That's going to be a fair entry. I'm going to put it on a garland, kind of like I did the Valentine roundabouts. So I'm really looking forward to fully finishing that, and I'll make sure I share that in my next video. I'm going to show you something else I worked on in the car, and this is honestly what I spent the most of my car trip time on. If you watched the Primrose Cottage video last week, they were talking about stitching 13 Spooky Smalls and doing their own color palette. I have that book. I love that book, but I hadn't stitched anything from it yet. So on my Instagram a couple days ago, I talked about going back to school shopping for my son. And, you know, I was going, it made me think about when I was young and my mom would take me back to school shopping. And I always had to get the Lisa Frank notebooks and folders and all things Lisa Frank. If you're not familiar with Lisa Frank, I'll show you a picture just real quick of kind of what her stuff is. Let me pull it up here on my Instagram. That's kind of what the design is. Bright, fun, colorful, you know, rainbows, everybody's smiling, just lots of fun colors. So I used to always get that stuff, and I was really surprised when I went to Walmart. I just got high school supplies at Walmart, but they didn't really have any Lisa Frank stuff. It was all solid color notebooks, solid color everything, which, you know, he's 4, so he doesn't, I mean, they don't have a Paw Patrol notebook that I saw, or, you know, anything with like a farm tractor or fire truck on it. So solid was fine, but it just made me really miss that stuff about starting school. I loved picking up my school supplies. I took so much time to go, you know, like, okay, like the leopard sea otter is going to be for math, and the, you know, smiling dolphins is for science, and I was kind of a school supply nerd. But anyway, I just really loved that color palette. So I took the bright, fun, neon color palettes, and that's what I decided to do my 13 Spooky Smalls. I did a Lisa Frank inspired bright color palette. We don't really do scary Halloween here. I like, you know, pumpkins that are smiling and ghosts that are smiling because, frankly, I don't want Parker to be scared and end up in my bed every night. So anyway, let me show you my 13 Spooky Smalls color palette. So I started off with this one here, October 31st, and I did a bright lime neon green for the words, a bright orange for the numbers. My ghost has a bright fuchsia hat with, if you look, you can kind of see, I did some black Krynic stitches. My spider is a metallic black Krynic. I need to adjust my web a little bit. Some of my stitches are kind of, you know, not super straight, so I need to fix those. And then on the back, I did this, I think this is Art Gallery, these really cute ghosts. I'm really into this color right now. Obviously, you can tell with my shirt and my earrings, but I just love this bright magenta. So there's my first piece. My second piece was I stitched the Halloween quilt from the 13 Spooky Smalls book, and I did it in this bright, like, fun colorway. And in the center, I did the black Krynic. I put a little dot in the center of each one of these. And then on the back of this is a bright lime green fabric with some yellow rickrack. And my last one, this one's my favorite one. I did Trick or Treat, and I did like a rainbow fade, pink to light pink to orange to yellow to green, blue, purple. I didn't really like I don't like back stitching, so I was not super fond of the font that was used for the word or and the candy corn. So I took another font of Lindsay's and I did a larger O and R. I left off the candy corn and did this. I did a orange gingham on the back with a bright pink rickrack here, and there is my trick or treat. And let me show you my dough bowl. Now, I still have some more to go, but here's where I'm at so far. So I have another piece of this magenta snowman magenta ghosts with the Halloween quilt. I have the same piece of green back here. I have October 31st. Whoops! And then I have these magenta bats that I put up here. I need to shove this over a little bit. My bats look a little... They don't look straight. But anyway, here's where I've got so far. Golly Wally, that's just not going to stay in there, is it? Anyway, so that's what I've got so far. I do have a couple more pieces I want to fully finish and add them to the bowl. And then I'm probably going to get some of those plastic spiders, and I want to paint them like either glow in the dark or like just bright kind of fun colors like this for my Halloween bowl. So that is it's my Halloween dough bowl with my 13 spooky smalls. So I have a lot more stitching to do on that. I need to get a couple more done because I am going to enter that in the fair as my Halloween centerpiece. So I'm really excited. Hang tight, grab a drink, take a break, go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. Okay. Let's get back into it. Okay. One of the other things I wanted to show you was another finish. It's not fully finished. Let me clear out some stuff here. I already showed that, so we can put that down here. Another finish I had is House on Holly Hill by Blackbird Designs, and this is out of the Peppermint and Holly book. And I need to tell you about this piece. So this book has been one of my unicorns for a long time. I love Blackbird Designs. I love Christmas stitching. And one of my friends acquired this book. It was a gift to her. And she really loved the book, but said that she thought it would bring me more joy than it would her. And when I came back from vacation, I had a package on my porch, which I wasn't expecting anything from her. So immediately, like, I went through my text and I thought, like, was she going to send me something? Or was I supposed to send her something? And I couldn't find anything. So I opened up the package and this book was inside. And I literally started crying. I love this book so much. I've seen it on D-Stash sites. I've seen it on eBay, but it was just completely out of my price range. And she sent it to me, and like I said, y'all, I cried. So that night I started this piece right here. It's called House on Holly Hill, and I did mine on a 32 count natural petty point fabric. I did a color and cotton conversion, and I just love this so much. I really want to stitch every piece out of this book, and as soon as I get done with the fair, I've got a couple other projects I want to start, but honestly, from like October onward, I want to stitch everything in this book. It is so beautiful. Let me see if I can show you a couple of the other things that are in here. That's one of them. I love that base. There's that one. This one here. The poinsettias on that one are so pretty. These two are for sure getting stitched. I love this like vase urn with like the holly flowing out of it. So pretty. And this one here. The other one was the one with the vase that I showed. And then this is the last one. Holly Manor. So pretty. So anyway, thank you so much. You know who you are. I didn't want to, blast her name on here, but I very much appreciate this, and I will treasure this book. Okay, let's talk about haul. From the Shanty Stitcher, I got a lot of things. I got a fat quarter of Tidal by Picture This Plus. This is a really pretty mottled light aqua. I really thought this would be really pretty to stitch Polar Plunge by Hands on Design on this. I don't know if I'll get to it this year or not, but I love that fabric. I also got a Vintage Stitch to Hexie by Hands on Design. I got Freedom Pin Roll by Plum Street. Where Liberty Dwells by Brenda Gervais from With Thy Needle and Thread. I got Feliz Navidad by Blackbird. I love this. I was talking to Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, last week, and we both talked about this chart. It's My Dear Hearts by Blackbird Designs. And we both were talking about how we love this chart, and it just had taken us forever to buy it. I felt like anytime I was shopping online, I always added this to my cart. And I don't know about you, but when I online shop, as I see stuff, I just immediately add it to my cart. And then I usually have a dollar amount in my head that I want to stay in that range. And then whenever I see my cart, and of course it's like over the dollar amount, then I have to start like kicking things out of the cart and putting them back on my wish list. And for the longest time, this one always got put back on the wish list. But I love this chart, and I'm so glad to have it. I think I really want to try and stitch this and have this up by February because it's just so pretty. All the red berries and the flowers, it just looks so romantic to me. So I really want to stitch this, and I finally pulled the trigger and purchased it. And then the other one I got was the Bells on Christmas Day by Blackbird. And this sampler is so pretty. I really want to stitch this. Of course, I'll do my own color conversion and stuff, but I just love this. And then I also love, let me find the other one that I love that I really want to stitch. This is called Singing on Its Way. Isn't that cute? I love that bird. So, anyway, so I'm going to try to get those done. I also got, Color and Cotton did some linen grab bags on her website. So I got 2 grab bags. I got the 8 by 12 linen, and I'll show you what I got in here. So with these grab bags, if you've never gotten a grab bag before, the fabrics are not labeled, so you don't know what the name of it is, and you also don't know the count. So it is a grab bag, so it's kind of a gamble. They each come with 3 pieces of linen. I typically am a 32 count stitcher. I will stitch on 28 sometimes. I don't usually stitch on 38 or 40 count, sorry, 38, 36 or 40 count. But it looks like all the ones I got, these 2 look like they're 36, and this one looks like it's a 40 count. So the good news with these, they're very reasonably priced, and for trying something new, these were a great deal. So I definitely want to try a 40 count, and I really would like to try some 36 as well. So these are great to practice on, and like I said, they're 8 by 12, so they're a good size to do, smalls or ornaments or something like that. And for the price, it's totally worth it to try something new. So those were my linen grab bags, my smalls. Put those back in here. And if you've never stitched on Color and Cotton fabric before, it's my favorite. It is so nice to stitch on. I am part of their Fabric of the Month Club, and it is just really, really good stuff. Okay, so that was my 8 by 12 size. Then I also got a 13 by 17. Again, it's not labeled, so you don't know the count or the name of it. I got this pretty neutral, and then the other one I got is kind of a more yellowy brown. I think this would be really pretty for that. And then my other one is a lighter kind of neutral as well. These look like 36 count. If I was a gambling girl, my money would be that these are all 36. So really looking forward to stitching with these and doing some stitching with one thread instead of two. Okay, so those are my color and cotton grab bags. From an estate sale my mom went to, she found, it was just cute, Regency Mills. Regency Mills. And this is what they look like. I thought these would be really cute for like a dough bowl. No plans to stitch that anytime soon. I just thought they were really cute. And then my mom finds the best stuff in estate sales. She found a bunch of patterns, and these are Paula Vaughn patterns. I'm not a Paula Vaughn stitcher, but I'm an appreciator of Paula Vaughn charts. I think they're just really, really feminine and really pretty. So we have something old, something new. From this day forward. A cameo of the past. Sisters 3. The Garret. Oh, I'm sorry, in the Garret. The Seamstress. The Upstairs Sewing Room. Sunlight and Silhouettes. And that's it. So those are fun to add to my collection. My friend Felicia, she is on Instagram and Etsy as flossinblocks. I told you about her floss drops, and she had made me some wooden floss drops, and I love them. I have my color and cotton stored on them, and I think what I'm probably going to do is I went with the acrylic ones this time, and what you can do with these is you can write on them with a Sharpie, and then when you're done you can wipe it off with, I think you can use just alcohol wipes or alcohol, and you can reuse these for your different projects. So one of my go-tos that I use all the time is Bing Cherry. So I just wrote Bing, there you go, you can't really see that. I just wrote Bing Cherry on there, which is a really pretty red. You can do this with a, you know, a bolder tip marker if you need to, and then you can hang it down and use it for your floss storage. One of the things that I kind of run into when I am storing my floss on the rings is that sometimes, this is my color palette for my Jolly July roundabouts, but sometimes if this gets, you know, in my bag, my project bag or something, or if I'm going to pull this out and I don't grab it by the ring, or it's caught somewhere, these little cards can rip. So then I'm like trying to staple the top so I can still use the ring. But I'm really looking forward to using some of these acrylic floss drops. And that way when I'm done, I can put the thread back on the ring and put it back in my DMC drawer. So thank you so much, Felicia. I will link these in my description box below. I highly encourage you to purchase them if you're interested in something like that. They are great quality, and I love them very much. So I got a whole bag of them. And then Felicia also sent me a fat quarter of Kitty Loves Candy fabric. That's one of the fabrics that I'm going to use for my Halloween dough bowl. And I got some more fabric. While I was on vacation too, we went to Fabric City in Rapid City, and I got just a bunch of really fun stuff. I'll show you a little bit here. Some of these are from the same, you know, collection, and others are not, but I got just a lot of really fun, these are like the polka dot grunge fabric, and then just some brights for finishing. So I got those. I got these two. I got some Nantucket Summer. I love Nantucket Summer, and everywhere that I had looked, you know, it was out of stock and it sold out so quick. So I got a bunch of fat quarters of Nantucket Summer. I don't have a plan for this yet. I just loved them and thought they were really pretty. And I think with the right pattern, this would be really fun for a dough bowl, for fully finishing, or backing like a really pretty sampler. And then I got some Christmas stuff. I think this is from Sweetwater. These cute little houses. I'm not sure who this is from. And I got these three too. Love, 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 love. And then back over here, I had ordered some of this stuff on Etsy. Oops, these came from Fabric City too, these little fat apes. This was from Fabric City. These Tula Pinks, which will look really pretty with my 13 Spooky Small Bowls. I got this Ghost. This is from Kitty Loves Candy. This is Harvest Wishes from, I think it's from Moda. Shoot, what's her name? I'll have to come back to that one. I got this with the rainbow sewing machines. And then I have the white one on the other side. And then I got a lot of fun fabric for finishing to kind of go with my 13 Spooky Smalls. I bought a whole bunch of fabric for that. There's another piece of that one. We can add that one in there too. So just a lot of bright, fun kind of fabric for some projects. I saw this one for Christmas and thought it was so cute. Love, love, love. With all this fabric, I swear you would think I'm a quilter, but I am not a quilter. I think that's Sweetwater too. Not a quilter. I'm an appreciator of fabric, and I like having a good fabric stash for, you know, when I start doing my FFOs. I do a lot of stuff where I do turn them into pillows, or where if I'm going to frame it, I'll mount some fabric on a piece of mat board or sticky board, and then I'll mount my piece on top of that so the fabric coordinates with the thread colors for stitching. So I like to have a good little fabric collection. And honestly, I really started building my fabric collection probably about last fall. I don't have a ton, and I'm not really proficient with, you know, who the designer is and stuff like that. I try to pay more attention, but I feel like honestly with keeping up with cross stitch designers and thread companies and cross stitch fabric, that's a lot in and of itself. So but I have quite a bit more fabric in my cabinet behind me. So anyway, lots of good stuff to keep me busy for a while. Put all that back. Okay, what else do we have here? Giveaway winners. I had 2 giveaways in my last video. Perfect Hot Cocoa by Primrose. This chart was designed by Katie, and I love this chart. I want to stitch him for a dough bowl. This little elf is just going to town in this hot chocolate. So funny. It reminds me of my child and chocolate milk. And then Raindrop Kisses. I love the Wishes and Kisses pillows. I did Raindrop Kisses and Flower Wishes. I did Spring Wishes and Bunny Kisses. And where's my other one I just did? It was the Halloween one. Oh, Booze Hisses and Halloween Kisses. It's over there. I showed it in my last video. So anyway, these 2 winners. The winner for Raindrop Kisses is Carrie P7493. Congratulations, Carrie. If you will send me a message on Instagram, and I will get this in the mail to you. Let me know what you want and include your address, please, and we'll get that out this week. And then Perfect Hot Cocoa, the winner for that is the Dirt Ranch, Rachel Colvin. So congratulations, Rachel. Again, send me a message on Instagram, and I will get this in the mail to you this week. Okay, folks, let's see here. Make sure I got everything done. I believe I did. Okay. I'm going to do a giveaway for next week, or for next time. So if you would, in your comment below, tell me something. If you have kids that you've sent to school, tell me how you handled their first day. You know, what did you do to keep busy? I'm already, like I said, I'm excited for Friday. I'm secretly dreading Friday. My husband and I talked about going to get couples massages and, you know, cocktails or something. I need to stay busy because otherwise I will sit at home and cry all day long. I did make the conscious decision that I need to hold it together until I get him dropped off, because I do not want him to see me cry and then be afraid to go to school, and then you open up a whole nother basket of worms that way. So what did you do when you sent your kids to school? Leave me a comment below, tell me that, and I will do a drawing for a fall themed ribbon bundle. Usually I put in about 12 to 15 yard cuts of ribbon, and it will be fall themed colors. I don't have one put together yet, but that's what I will offer up. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you spent your time with me, and I hope you get lots of stitchy time and some progress done this week, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.